Hi there, it's Simone. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to work on my junk journal. This is a video that I have filmed several months ago. I have not really used this junk journal that I made myself. Since then, somehow I have fallen off the junk journaling bandwagon. But nevertheless, I still have several Journal with Me videos that I would like to share with you because it's not so much about the actuality of the video or the timestamp that it has. I want to share this with you to inspire you to grab some papers, to grab some embellishments, and to just get creative. Take some time for yourself and do something that you enjoy. I have been thinking about this for a while now. It is currently September 2022 when lots of people shop at Hobonichi or Traveler's Company or all of those other planners that come out at this time of year. And it often seems like only when you have a planner like that are you someone who is able to journal or participate in the community. And I would love to take the opportunity today, while I am sorting through all of the things that you can see on the screen right now. This is a extravagant hope mailer from Brandy Kincaid. If you have never heard of that, please check it out. This is by far my most favorite subscription style mail that I receive every month, and I have not been disappointed ever. She describes it as a little hope in an envelope, and that is exactly what it is. I feel so seen every time I receive one of those envelopes. But I'm not going to talk about what you can buy and what you should subscribe to, but I want to talk about the fact that none of this is necessary for you to be able to participate in the community, to share your creativity, to be inspired. This is a junk journal made from random pieces of paper. You can use that. You can use a composition notebook. You can use whatever notebook you have at home and start finding random bits and pieces around the house. There is so much stuff that I gather, I guess every one of us gathers throughout the week that we can use to journal. We don't have to buy all the things to express ourselves creatively. And that's what I want you to remember when you see everyone buying all the things, when you see everyone hauling all of those embellishments and creative items. Maybe this is probably not the best video to share that with you, because there's also this is my desk when I'm journaling. It looks like a big hot mess. Yes, there is some items that are still packaged, but I get so much junk mail usually when I open up those letters of junk mail. I often keep the envelopes because have you seen the pattern inside some of those envelopes? They're amazing. I want to use those when I make more junk journals. But yeah, I really would like to say that over and over, when your kids bring home their notebooks from school and they're not finished, take out all the empty pages, bind your bind a junk journal, look through all the stuff that ends up in your mailbox that you didn't want or that you receive, catalogs, and take out pages that are colorful, cut out pieces from magazines that you might have lying around. old school books, old picture books. There is so much stuff that we have in our daily lives that we throw away that we could use to do creative journaling, creative collaging even. And we do not need to buy any supplies for that. That's what I'm trying to say. And I hope you feel the same, that I try to be that way, but I never, there are so many things that I would like to have, but I really try to not focus when I share these videos, to not focus on all the new things that I use, but to show that you don't have to use those things to express yourself, to recreate these things, and to be creative. I think I'm repetitive right now. I think you got the message. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. And when in this junk journal, I have started to basically do some kind of overflow journaling. Everything that I feel is too big for my weekly traveler's notebook journal, that's what I put in there. All the tags, all the big pieces of ephemera, that's what I put in there. But since the last time that I used this journal, I have changed the way I use my weekly journal, where I started to use more colors, watercolors, to be more creative in that and not just fill in the vertical columns. So this has become kind of not too much, but it has been replaced by that weekly journal. And then I was, what I was just telling you, I was lusting for the A6 Hobonichi Techo, and I was wondering if I could do the way I creative journal in here, if I could do that in there. And tested that out, or tried to test it out for the month of September. But that was a huge failure, and it showed me again that I should not use a daily creative journal, because that's not something that I'm currently capable of. Maybe it changes someday, and I will be able to do creative journaling, but right now there's so many other things that I love doing that I am just don't want to dedicate that much time to a daily creative journal. And it took me a while to understand that, yes, even though I might want to do that, and that is something I admire, it is also totally valid to acknowledge the fact that this is just not the time for me to do that. And not only that it might be just enough to enjoy somebody else's creativity in that specific notebook. So if you like watching people who use an A6 as a creative journal, the Hobonichi, I can highly recommend Allison from the Coffeenated Creative, as well as Mitz from My Life Mitz. Those two I frequently watch when they journal in their Hobonichi A6. I know that lots of people plan in a Hobonichi A6. That's also not for me, because again, it is dated, and so I just don't use those full daily pages all the way. And so that's also not necessarily the way to go for me. And ever since I started to embrace the fact that, first of all, I would like to try this, and I gave myself permission to try, I was able to let some of these ideas also go and be okay with the way that I journal. but sometimes it's really hard. Oh, did you see what I made from that piece of paper? I recreated my A5 zip notebook cover from Gallon Leather, which is, by the way, one of the best purchases that I have made in this year. All right, I guess the journaling with me is over. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to keep watching, there's more videos on screen right now. Until next time, see you then. Bye.